Formula E is really the pinnacle now of electric motorsport, but it's got some fundamental differences between itself and some of the more classic motorsport series. What it does is it combines a sort of an event character with some of the best and closest racing that you're ever likely to see, and that all with a fully electric platform as well.
Synergies together with our partnership from the Mercedes EQ team are obvious. Assembling a new e-mobility suite and a solution together, it's also a lot about teamwork. Teamwork, which means continuous improvement, continuous performance enhancements. This is how we're also driving and assembling currently our software in there.
So we're here in season 7, which is our second season as the Mercedes EQ Formula E team. That means we've been around now for only 2 years. Not only have we had to build up the entire team that's behind me now, but we've also had to start up a company from scratch. And that's where the partnership with SAP has really played such a crucial role. Not only have they helped us to really structure our business systems, but go beyond that now into other elements and other products, which have really, I think, given us the competitive edge.
When Mercedes decided to come to Formula E, it was so exciting for me to be a part of something new. You know, I've been with the brand so long, such a historic, successful brand, but obviously taking on a completely new project. And for me, that was a really exciting prospect. There's a big change between DTM and between pretty much every other motorsport formula to Formula E. It's not something that you can really relate to. It's so different because every formula you come across, you're at the same sort of circuits for years, just the same sort of scenery. But Formula E is so different that it's hard to actually relate and compare the two very closely because it is just such a different championship.
When I first had the opportunity to join Formula E, I obviously knew that I was going to be with Mercedes, and that was a very exciting project for me because you know, being with such a big manufacturer and a manufacturer that's been in a lot of different series and been winning in everything they've done was very attractive for me. And yeah, we started from scratch with a team that had no experience, including myself, all the engineers. But we've built a pretty strong package from there. We've been able to win races. We've finished second last year in the Drivers' Championship, third in the Team Championship, and yeah, it's given me a good opportunity to get back to winning, and really hope that in the future we can fight for championships as well.
What's been a real challenge, but a fantastic challenge at that for us, is the fact that we've not only built the team from scratch, but we actually started an entire new business from scratch as well. And that's where the partnership with SAP has really come into its own, especially because we're not all based in one location. We're actually split over 5 separate locations in 2 different countries. So the implementation of S4HANA, the cloud computing capacity and the capability that we've worked together on building with SAP has really been fundamental to our success and really allowed us to get to where we are today. When we actually got on board with the idea of coming into Formula E, we had an incredibly short window of time in which we needed to not only get the business going, but get the team ready as well. And for that reason, we decided to go with SAP S4HANA cloud-based systems. What that enabled us to do was make sure that we hit that first race all the way back in season 6 in Diriyah in a timely fashion, and even enjoy some success there.
So SAP sustainability goals is all about going green, and green in the next 10 years, this will be the biggest challenge also for us. And our commitment on the one hand side is driving SAP to a sustainable company and operating our own fleet with the e-mobility suite and have a complete end-to-end tracking of our CO2 footprint. And on the other side, it's also providing the capabilities and the solutions to the market in an industry which is changing dramatically into a future of new business models and future mobility. So assembling these different capabilities from sustainability, diversity, this is our commitment to the industry.
The SDG dashboard will give us the ability to look at all sorts of sustainability metrics, and it's not only the environmental sustainability metrics that we'll be looking at in terms of the carbon footprint, but costs. We also need a sustainable business case, and time as well is something which comes into the whole sustainability roadmap. So from that perspective, the dashboard is going to enable us to gather that data and make the changes that we need to make in order to improve going forward.
I definitely think it changed my my approach to the future. I think you can really see a big focus on electric mobility within the championship, not only from the championship itself, but also from the manufacturers, the partners that are involved, and yeah, I think it's great to be part of that drive.
With the e-mobility solution, we are planning several scenarios and several industry processes. First, we are addressing the key challenges of home, public and company charging of electric vehicles on one singular platform. So while different charge point operators and software on individual platforms are operating on the front end, SAP is addressing this in a back-end platform end-to-end. Together with a strong invoicing, billing and also maintenance platform, we are able to drive this end-to-end process holistically for our customers and the customers of our customers.
We as Mercedes-Benz decided to come into Formula E, first and foremost because we've got such a rich heritage in motorsport. I mean, we've been in motorsport for 126 years now, but there's been a seismic shift now towards electric mobility, and Formula E gives us a great platform to demonstrate that, as well as to reach a new target group in these city centres.
So the electromobility suite from SAP lives from its modularization and service orientation. Basically, we are able to assemble all the different capabilities and the needs of an industry on a singular platform. Which means if you're running on a very high scale and large enterprise business, you can take everything out of the box and assemble all the different capabilities from an end-to-end customer management, fleet management, the charge point operations and also the digital twin on one singular platform. However, if you're running just only a small, tiny business, you are also able to just plug out one of the microservices and implement them directly into your suite.
I think that people have taken the opportunity to really take a step back and realise that there's things that we as individuals need to do in order to address the balance and to move things in the right direction. Now, electric mobility in itself isn't going to be the panacea for everything, but it is one of the key levers that we've got, especially with regards to mobility, that we can make a difference. And we're seeing that now as the population across the globe really takes that decision to shift from combustion engines across to electric mobility.
Proof of concept in our engagement with the city of Monaco, where we're currently standing and overlooking, was a great example of how charge point operations and the e-mobility suite can set some first proof points in real life. Together with the city, we were setting up more than 50 charging points which are connected to the SAP e-mobility suite and running, driving and maintaining actually all the charge points at once. It's not about only connecting the charge points to the backend, it's also about a customer experience and an end-to-end sustainability suite providing for the city. I think this is a great example also to provide a case for a future smart city.
We've always at Mercedes seen motorsport as a sort of a test laboratory, if you like, for things that we want to then transfer onto the road in the future. And Formula E is no exception. We're already seeing today between Brixworth and the engineers there and the engineers in Stuttgart a sort of a knowledge transfer going across, and I fully anticipate that over the next year or two we'll start to see a technology transfer as well. And when I think about technology, innovation and sustainability being the heart of everything that SAP do, that resonates incredibly well with everything that we do here as well. So it's a very powerful partnership in that sense, and it's really allowed us to get up and running incredibly quickly.
Together with our partners, we envision an end-to-end platform which is open for new business processes, for electromobility, for future mobility services, and also future capabilities of automotive. We're driving this as an end-to-end process platform which operates off an open industry structure and together with several other partners of the ecosystem.
Whether you're an established organisation like SAP or a startup like ourselves at the Mercedes EQ Formula E team, unless you're a sustainable, intelligent enterprise, you simply won't last the distance. And that's why I'm so pleased to see in this particular partnership that we're taking the right steps to ensure that we're there, that we are sustainable, that we are intelligent in everything that we do.